Hey, Wheatfield, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the Tears and Wheat to Rose show with your girl Lottie. We claiming it, your favorite channel messenger. Welcome, my wheat. How y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome to you. If you new here, welcome to you too. Yes, thank you so much for joining me on this morning's reading on the Tears and Wheat to Rose show, where you showing up, never know what you gonna get. Just moving this deck box out of the way because we got a couple of decks of cards out on the table. We pray that you guys are good. We pray that everybody is safe and well. Yes, on this day. That's the energy. We have the moon is waning right now, so the moon energy is low. And I definitely feel that low energy, that dissipating energy is diminishing. We did a morning reel for Facebook, and we got some soul journey cards out. We still have that energy on the table. I felt the need to leave it out, so we'll talk about it. We'll probably shuffle it back in and see what comes back out. Guardian Angel just flew out, so that is an energy for right now. We have a Guardian Angel that is present. Spirit did have me pull out the Ancestry Oracle deck, so we got that one, so that's good. We're talking about that moon energy, so we have the Mooncology out. We have our Persuasion deck. This right here is a little bit different. Just another one of my varying card decks. We read from some of everything. We read creation, so you guys can rock with that. If you can hang on in there, if you can vibe with your girl, stick around. And if you like the vibe, subscribe. If it ends up being something that you care about, share it out. And if you like the spell, and you want to come back in for every one of them, hit the bell. We do this on a daily. We do. So, we're going to put out our disclaimer just in case. Again, we got our returning wheat. What up, y'all? Wheat, how y'all doing? What it do? Again, welcome to the wheat field. So if you ain't never been through here in this show first time, welcome to you too. I am La T, L-A-T. I am a channeled messenger. Yes, we message in the spirit with the big three. The Lord of creation, eternal Lord of all, is infinite intelligence and the breath of life. Yes. We have spirit guides. We do. Our ancestors is here. We in the whole. We in the all, And everything that's in the all, like all of creation, has a word. It does. It speaks. And we can hear it. We can feel it. It scribes. We read it. All that, So if you can vibe, you can pull all these pieces together, because we not religious. No, we spiritual, highly spiritual. We look at how the Father, the Lord of all of creation that made everything, has spoken to the field, its field, all over the ages, and we read it. So if you could bring that together, hang on in there, rock with your girl. It could start slow like cold Crisco, but have some faith, it's gonna heat up. We get it out the can and we put it in the pan. Most High come in and throw some heat on that thing and we get to cooking. We really don't know what we cooking yet. We see something that might feel a little bit slow. Again, it could be like a pot roast. You throw it in the crock pot and just let that thing go. It could be frying. It could really get to sizzling. You know how that thing do. Drop off some nuggets in there, a couple of pieces of fish, one or two. You know what I'm saying? I talk in movies. Most of the shit rhyme. I don't know why it come out. It just be like that most of the time. So, you gonna hear it happen. Also, I'm not vulgar and I'm not profane, but I damn sure do cuss. Because sometimes shit is shit and you just have to say it like that, We got to get our sip. We always got to have our sip. Today we working on some faith. Spirit chose to cut faith for today because we do. Somebody's got some adversities going on. And you're going to need some faith to get through it. You're going to need some faith to get through. So, we going to pray. Shall we shuffle this before we pray? Shall we leave it out? Okay, we're going to leave it out. And then we going to pray and kick it off, you know what I mean? And see what it is for the day. See what the word is. See what we going to learn today. What we going to learn today. Do we need a crystal? Yes. Which one you want? This one. Okay, moonstone. Moonstone for this mooncology. Do you want to put it on there? No. Okay, we just going to hold it. Eternal Lord of all of creation, thank you so much for my awareness of your presence and for our connectivity. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for choosing me to be your willing, surrendered messenger, a vessel surrendered onto you to bring messages through me to your wheat field. Let these messages be edifying unto self first and foremost, so that I may serve you and edify you, Holy Father. Yes. Please let me be so full, the message that you give unto me be edifying unto your wheats, that they may be edified and that they may raise up and edify themselves and edify you. Let us come together over the principles of this message so that we can magnify ourselves. Yes, magnify ourselves so that we may edify you. Yes, be ever so edifying unto you. For we are the wheat and we are called for good bread. Thank you so much for using every tear in our life, every test, every situation to call us to our highest self. Yes, let us not sit in a low place. No, Father, let us raise ourselves up, looking at everything that you have presented onto us for an opportunity for growth. The adversities in our life come to grow us. There is no testimony without the root of a test. And we are assured and confident that we can get through anything that you place before us, anything that is called to us, anything that is presented, anything that we are standing in the middle of. We know that with you being with us, Holy Father, your infinite intelligence of the all, being filled with your breath of life, we have the ability to persevere, to overcome, and to raise ourselves up for ascension. Please protect us as we journey. Please protect us, Father. Keep us surrounded in your highest white light. Keep us, magnify us so that anything that will come against us, Father, be blinded. Yes, it cannot see, it cannot even look at your light. Please let it be blinded, let it be turned back, let it be confused. Nothing can come into this space against this message that will distort it, disillusion it, cause conflict, chaos, or confusion. Anything that will come against your will, Father, is turned away. That you bind it up, you bind it up, you bind it, 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 and you cast it down. You cast it down. It cannot return. It must remain. It must go, and your word shall be fulfilled onto anything that you have sent it. We know this, and we stand on your faith, on the faith of your word, and confidence and self-assuredness that what you say shall come to pass. In all things we pray, and if we be in alignment for heaven coming to earth, to reside in earth and on earth, to do the work of heaven. Yes, the will of the Father be done. Not unto my own will or my own understanding, but leaning unto you, Father, for all of our days. All of our days. And we are rooted in that, and that is where we stand. Yes, yes, yes. If we be in alignment, please seal me with your ashe, or give me further words that we must pray. Source says to, is it rise up your frequency, our vibration, raise up our frequency Is it to cover ourselves, to protect ourselves, raise up our vibration of frequency? We need to grow it, grow our frequency of, what is this, Father? So there's a energy that would seek to distort us and to protect us against those energies, the adversity, to protect ourselves. Is this resistant to change? Is it good? No. So the resistance to change is bringing on adversities that will cause us grief and regret. Change now. Change now. Yes. Ashe. 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 Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are we sealed? Yes. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, Father said there is a change that needs to take place. This change card was in reverse. Father turned it upright to advise. Recommendation can't tell you to do fuck shit. You get a chance to choose. But Father says choose to change because there's adversity that's coming towards you based on whatever actions that are in here that you are being recommended to change, to release, to do it in a different way is going to lead to grief. And of course, grief comes to give us gratitude and appreciation. But oftentimes, that gratitude and appreciation, of course, is grief. So it's going to be hindsight. Like, if I had known what I know now, type of thing, I would have changed earlier. And Father is saying to go ahead and change so that you don't have this regret. It's a warning. I know that I cannot change the past. Again, I was just saying, the grief is oftentimes that hindsight where, I can't change the past, but I have appreciation for what's left. Knowing that you can't change the past. Put that back right. So those were the energies in that right there that we were feeling. And again, I felt the energy waning, like dissipating. Doubt is here and it's in a challenge. I release the need to know all the answers. Maybe you are not, maybe you are challenged with knowing the answers or doubting what you do know. Father says yes, you are doubting what you know. So you may have happiness is challenged towards the past. So maybe something has challenged your happiness in the past, things that have been going on have maybe you think something. Do you want this? No. Maybe it's something that, affected your happiness. Yeah, health. Whatever it is health related. You want it upside down right here. Yeah, your health is going to be affected. Maybe sadness in the past. I feel you were challenged with happiness in the past. And maybe you've come to some sort of no, or you've been given advice or something that you doubt and it's going to put your health in the reverse. Forgiveness is also here. Where is this? Right here. So it looks like your inability to forgive or someone's inability to forgive this is challenging your happiness and is making you doubt or have a challenge with what you know. It feels like Father is saying you've been given a recommendation, you've been told something, and you having a challenge with doubt, like I know it but I don't trust it kind of thing. Trusting sound advice from your Spirit leads to health decline. Yeah. So you don't trust your spirit. This right here. And it's going to put, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So your poor health is going to put a challenge to whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever you want to bring about, whatever dreams and goals that you could see. You want this right there. Okay, you want this card? No, this one. Yeah. Blame. Blame is a part of the issue. Father says you're challenged with blame. Where does this go? Here. So you're challenged with blame. You know, blaming something from the past because it's pointing to the past. So you blaming something from the past, and you doubting which way to go forward. Like, I release the need to know all the answers. So maybe Spirit is telling you perseverance is an issue going forward too. So this health is going to put your ability to go on, to persevere in a challenge. So whatever this health issue is. And Father is saying that all of your dreams and everything that you could create is going to be in a challenge if you don't. Like, it's not going to the future, it's pointing to the past. Is that right, Father? Anything else? This one? Gratitude. We said grief leads us to gratitude. And it's going to put that in a challenge position going forward. Or maybe it's going to cause some, like I said, being the ability to be grateful for what you could have created is going to be challenged. Just right here, just flipped the wrong way. It was loneliness, just to call it out. That's what fell on the floor, was loneliness. Anything else, Father? This one, this. Courage. Courage is here. I find the strength to face my fear with confidence. That's a challenge on top of your perseverance. This one. Balance. Balance is here. I bring balance, bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So these poor health issues is going to affect your ability to be balanced. Maybe you're going to have, courage issues, or whether or not you can actually get through this. Perseverance too. So courage and perseverance and balance all in a challenge means in your imagination. So to be able to see your way out of it, to have the ability, the courage to deal with it, the feeling of being able to go on, being in balance. Making good, solid decision making for self and for health of self, I feel. Anything else, Father, in here in this deck? This. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Is someone working against their own happiness? That's in a challenge going forward. Looking in the back, like how I feel hindsight, like you'll be looking back to see how these choices that you made. Empathy is here. Upside down is a challenge. Where? Here. So empathy going forward. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So maybe in the future you will see how these actions and your inability to forgive, all of this right here, really cause issues with your health. And threw you off balance, make you feel like you can't go on, you can't persevere, you can't get back to balance, you can't feel free and at peace, I feel. I do hear vices, things that you do to soothe yourself, to feel comforted, is going to cause these health issues. And worry is here. Maybe that is a part of what's going on. The lack of forgiveness and worry, the inability to forgive and worrying about something. Do you want anything else in here? Can I flip this card? Energy. Yeah. Friendships. Maybe it has something to do with your relationships. Something to do with your relationships. Worrying about your relationships, I feel. Do you want this one? Not yet? Okay. Set that back right there. I had to put the cards back where Father say. Put them back at her. Have faith. We posted on Facebook this morning Miraculous Monday for a reason. This one. Miraculous Monday. So vulnerability and freedom is on the bottom of the deck. Father say flip this. Inner child healing is here. Inner child healing. So maybe these friendships or relationships that you had could be childhood friends. They could be family friends. I think about friendships. Your early friendships are always family, like your cousins, siblings. Those are your early and first friendships. And I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So you definitely having some concern about deep relationships. Inner child coming out too. This is long-standing, lifelong relationships. I feel that you have an issue with an inability to forgive, whether it's forgive you or forgive others. We got a couple. You want something in here? This one. Okay, strength and courage. Or strength and guidance. My bad. Strength and courage. I always hear strength, courage, and wisdom. But this is strength and guidance. It is in a challenge. Again, your ability to be strong, healing energy is here as well. But it's in the reverse. This was on the floor. Do you want this? No. Strength and guidance. Being in a challenge, right over perseverance, courage, balance, and imagination. Being able to see yourself come out of this situation. Listen deeply. Father say listen. Listen. It's a spiritual message coming in to you to give you a warning now to change. Because we saw change earlier was in a reverse, like your refusal to change is going to cause you grief, it's going to cause you regret, it is going to cause, it's bringing adversity to your life, and the adversity is your health. And this could be mental health, it could be physical health, But whatever it is causing you a situation where you feel like you can't go on. You don't have the courage. You don't have the ability to persevere. You don't have balance. Like balance is off. You want something else in here? This one. This. Or this. This one. This. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance. So yes, something in your ability to accept your whole self, something that's in these friendships, something that you don't forgive, something that you worried about, and it's challenging your happiness. Your happiness is wrapped up in your inability or your challenge with accepting your whole self. And we were talking about that over recent days with balancing out our chakra centers. Our sacral root to our solar plexus, our root, our sacral, and our solar. Transformation. Father pointed out transformation is here. This health situation is going to challenge you. Health in reverse with your transformation and the challenge. So whatever is going to transform, whatever will manifest is going to challenge you. It is. It's going to cause an adversity to your life. I see those three cards. Change in reverse, adversity, and grief. And then regret was on the top. So you are being called to change, to do some shadow work, to figure out what it is in this forgiveness that you are not letting go. And I feel like it's a forgiveness of self. Like you are blaming right here, challenged with self-blame. And we were discussing signs and reminders are here. So maybe you will be getting some signs and reminders to listen deeply, listen to your spirit. You are getting warnings and recommendations to change something. And if you change it, you may be able to come back into balance. Do you want this? Yes. Romance and connection, but that's love for self, to connect with yourself, to love you. That's what this self-acceptance is about. To get in love with yourself, to become in love with your whole you. Anything else in this deck, Father? Any last energy? No. Where should we go next? You want this one? You do? Who are you? Source of self. Friendship and union. So I can see why Spirit wanted me to turn it over. Friendship and union. So we had friendship come out in the soul journey. Friendship and union here. So it's definitely something in your relationships, whether it's yourself, you and you, coming together, wholeness. I feel you and you, self-acceptance, Spirit says. Coming together with you. Being your own friend. And maybe that's why I was feeling like first friend, like fundamental friend. Maybe you have been your own friend, your life, you know what I mean? Like you didn't have a lot of friends. And, you know, it's something in accepting your whole self. Because I feel a sense of rejection, like a rejection of self. Now, I was feeling those readings we had earlier this week with like self-criticism and self-blame, self-doubt, challenge with blame, with doubt. And however you cope, or something in your life that you are refusing to change is going to put your health at risk. Where should we go, Father? Persuasion. Father say, persuasion. This one. Do you want this too? Is it just this? Repeat the end of the last point a person made when negotiating. So let's read how it works. Mirroring can also work with spoken language. Reflecting back what you heard shows you're actively listening. So Father wants you to repeat back to yourself what you hear your spirit saying to you. Like you can hear your spirit speak and repeat it back to yourself. Like maybe that's what you need to help overcome and reverse. You know, like if your spirit says, don't do this because X, Y, Z, or whatever, and you are trying to justify or go along with that behavior, this one, ancestor, to see, you know, because you want to just do you anyway. Maybe repeat back to yourself what the spirit has told you. Repeating the end of the last point a person has made. Because your spirit is talking to you to do something. And maybe you are standing against it because you doubt. You have doubt. And so if you repeat what your spirit, like almost meditating on what your spirit is saying to you, you know, then, because you will be able to give yourself the courage that's underneath here. Wait for important information. Yes, your spirit is trying to tell you something important. Something important, and you're not listening. You're not listening to what your spirit is saying. And Father is recommending anything else in here. This one. Father is recommending that you listen. To stop blaming yourself, to release the doubt, accept your whole you. This friendship is your spirit self. It's that foundational spirit, you and your light, you and your spirit, that union between the two of you to come together, to come to balance with that whole self-acceptance, self-acceptance. That's the romantic connection between you and your highest self to transform. Do you want this? Be brave and be honest. Courage is on the table in a challenge. Father say be brave and be honest. That's a challenge. You are not being honest. It's something challenging your honor. Maybe it's half cocked. Maybe it's, you know, justifying. I have a habit of justifying, so I can testify to that. You want this? Ignite your passion, though. You know, sometimes you just know too much, you know, and you stay fixed to a certain situation. Maybe that's why the forgiveness and worry. Forgiveness is in reverse because you're not forgiving and you are worried about something. Or you're not forgiving things that made you worry. You know. Anything else, Father? But what I feel so far that's on this table is really like your spirit is talking to you to tell you something, give you sound advice, something to tell you to stop doing something now. Either one of these, both of them, no. To stop, to change. We got enjoy growth and reap rewards. Do you want this? Yeah. To enjoy growth and reap rewards is with your empathy and challenge and everything in the challenge. But I think if you flip your behavior and heal self mentally, spiritually, I feel spiritual healing, that it will right this. You will be able to, your happiness that's in the challenge down here will flip in the upright. You can heal yourself, I feel. It'll flip in the upright, and you'll be able to enjoy your growth and the rewards with that which is supposed to come on to you. Do you want this? Anything else in this deck? Any energy? No? Okay. Do you want that on the top? No. Do you want this one now? No? Which one? This one? Okay. So Love Oracle deck, we got the black deck Father pulled because I feel like this is to discuss that shadow side. We have a Love Oracle. We have the light deck, the white one for the light, and we have the same deck in the in black just to see what's in that shadow side, in the shadow. What's in the dark matter? What are the matters that are happening in the dark? You know, to see what we can pull out. Do you want anything in here? All of it? No? Okay. But I do feel the energy about pushed out of my hand. Where is it? This. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun. Flirting. Wanting to date. This is self talking to you. Self is saying, hey, I want to be with you. I want to connect with you. Your spirit wants to connect with you. Friendship and union. This is your spirit space reaching out to you. Maybe your spiritual health is what's in the challenge. Again, this feels like your spirit is speaking to you in a number of different ways. This one. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Your spirit is reaching out to you to say, hey, I love you. I miss you. I want you to. It's a challenge. Romance and connection. Love call. Look at that. Romance and connection. You got love call right here. That's definitely romance and connection. Something your spirit is calling you to tell you a message that I love you. You know, I love you and I want the best for you. I want the best for us. And there's something in here that you're not forgiving. It's something that's going to be unforgivable. It's something not unforgivable because you can always forgive, but it's something that you are definitely not forgiving, or you feel like it's unforgivable, or your spirit feels like, you know, it's I'm not gonna say that. I can't even say it because spirit like, no, that's not right, because forgiveness is here. But I feel it's you. You may be having an issue with forgiveness, like your unwillingness to forgive in this situation is the tear. That is the issue. That's the test for you to overcome, to forgive. And maybe you need to forgive you. Oftentimes we are the last person to forgive self. And your spirit is calling out like, hey, I hear, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Addictions. It's something going on, beloved. Again, I heard the word vices earlier in the reading. Like it's something that you're doing that's causing you your issue to your health, and it's going to jeopardize your future, your balance, your courage, your perseverance, the ability to go for it. Maybe you don't want to go for it. Maybe you're doing things to prevent yourself from going forward. Like I feel the African goddess, I see the self-sabotage card. Challenge with addictions. Things that will, codependency. Something that's blocking you. Something that you won't restrain yourself from, that you don't have, that you lack in control. Passion, insane chemistry. It's something that you really, really like. It's something that you really, really like. You want something in here? This one? Keys. Many options, a decision, unconventional, string along. It's a one night stand, but keys on a ring. Which one? Decision. You got to make a decision to bring this into balance. And the cassette just came out like outdated thinking, replaying it over and over and over and over again. Like this is a cycle. Maybe it's something that you need help with. Maybe you need some discipline. Maybe you need some accountability partners. Again, friendship, repeating that over with your accountability partner, your spirit is saying to you. Like every time you try to negotiate your way out of it or allowing yourself to do something because of that justification, that negotiating with you, to repeat back to yourself what the spirit has said to you so that you could change, so you could write the change. Is there anything else in this deck? No. But we see watching, looking, like I feel like your focus is out of whack, or that, what you're looking at is not good, or your spirit is watching you. Well, your spirit is always with you. You want this one, the moon. Nothing will come of this situation. Nothing good will come out of it. Nothing. Father says step out of your comfort zone. Whatever you're doing, you're comfortable in it. That's why we have addictions. Addictions is a codependency, something that you're, dependent on, something that you are comfortable with. You are complacent in this requirement to change. That's why change was in reverse. Change was in reverse. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. What you're doing, how you moving, how you responding is in a reverse. Is not balanced with your spirit. Father is saying your spirit is calling out to you from that primary. This one, this. Don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let your pride get in the way and stop you from forgiveness. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. Anytime you feel like you've been let down, anytime you felt like you weren't secure with this worry card, I feel instability. Like maybe your home life early on wasn't stable, or maybe you didn't get everything that you need to develop a sense of security and stability. I feel insecurity in here, and that's what creates codependency issues, is when we don't feel secure. We don't have secure attachments, whether that attachment is to self, because we have self-acceptance also in here as a concern. So the inability to come together with you, to be rooted in you and with you, I think from a loving standpoint, to love yourself, to don't talk yourself out of the good thing that your spirit is saying to you. Is there anything else in here? No. You're very close to achieving your goal is here, to enjoy these the growth and to reap these rewards. But I feel like you still have to change. I hear sacrifice, come out of and sacrifice your cares, sacrifice the worry, sacrifice the blame, sacrifice the doubt, leaning into your desires, leaning into the blessings that are in store for you. Letting go of the pride, which is to bring in humility, reverse it, flip it, flip it. And it feels like you may need some spiritual guidance to help you flip it. And your spirit is calling you. It's calling you to do something different, to change. And I hear we fall down, but we get up. And I've been meditating on that song. It just keep playing over and over. For a saint, it's just a sinner who fell down and got up. It's time to release negativity. We all fall down, but we got to get up. And so releasing your negativity is in reverse, like you hold on to it. Refusal to change, refusal to forgive, holding on to the negativity, holding on to the blame, holding on to the doubt. We talked about this too, like conformity, like people, we just dropped a whole half a deck of cards. But hold your past right here. Don't let your past hold you back. And your hard work is paying off. But I feel like that's a challenge for your future. Let me get these cards. Quite a bit of energies that we saw. I don't want to call none out because it was just too much. Believe in the impossible did hit the floor. So maybe you don't believe. Maybe there's a problem with your faith. Maybe that's why Father pulled this cup this morning. There's an issue with faith. And that's present with the blame in the challenge and in doubt in the challenge. Doubt for sure. Self-acceptance. Faith in you. Faith in how the tests in your life lead to testimonies. But it's time to make a decision. Father say you got to decide. Is there anything else in this deck? Any other energy? Say energy. Is it this? Is it this? Show the world the real you. That's self-acceptance. To be able to show the world the real you. To accept your whole self so that you could see you. And Father put it right here at the top. Yes. Father is pointing to your crown chakra. Crown chakra right here. You could see that. To show that you are the Father is giving you intuition downloads. You got a couple crystals that might help you with that. So if you have an amethyst, that's good. Maybe you could keep it with you, keep it in your pocket, keep it near your heart space like a little one. here in your heart space. So just sit it there while you meditate. Get the energy of that right there. Anything else, Father? This one. Crown, do you want to read this one? So we have balance, because there's balance right here. Faith in the universe, strong spiritual connection, awareness that all beings are connected. But if you are unbalanced, that you are disconnected from the divine, you lack faith, spiritual growth. We saw that was the issue. Father pulled my cup. Faith was the theme of the day. You lack faith because your balance card is in the challenge. So unbalanced, disconnected from the divine, lack of faith, and spiritual strength. I think that's what it says, or spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. A lack of purpose and inability to see the bigger picture. There's something down here on this other side where we have freedom, empathy, and what is this other green? Gratitude. Gratitude. All of that is in a challenge because you're not seeing, you're worrying. This inability to forgive. Pride is here. Inability to forgive. Just holding on to this negativity, and it's making you unbalanced because your balance, holding on to this negativity, it's time to release. It's in reverse. So that means we're not releasing. We saw change earlier was in a reverse. A refusal to change. We see forgiveness in a reverse. Refusal to forgive. It is throwing you out of balance. Balance in your spirituality and your practicality. We have to practice forgiveness. Practice releasing blame. And again, disconnected from the divine. This friendship right here. We got this one right here. We can't forget this. Connection. Connected to your highest love, your highest friend, which is you, your spirit self. That's your spirit right there. Again, we had love call. Your spirit is calling you, calling you to action, calling you to balance, trying to connect with you, attempting to connect with you. When you are connected, you have faith in the universe. You have that strong spiritual connection. Strong spiritual connection. And your awareness that everything is connected. So all of your actions, how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself. We were saying that self-criticism was a big thing. These are our stress relief and self-care cards. This one, this. Finding peace, Father say. Find peace. Tuning into the energy of peace. Balanced spirituality. If you find peace, turn into the energy of peace. Do you want another one? It will help you balance, and to practice that on a daily. Get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Do you want this? Think of a very peaceful place in your mind, like a private refuge or a place of worship. See yourself immersed in that energy of this serene environment and take it all in. Enjoy the sense of peace. And this peace is what's going to counteract the worrying. Maybe you need to have this one. This. Both of them. This. Okay. Mountain meditation. Meditate. Meditate, beloved. You're not gaining strength. Imagine you're sitting on top of a mountaintop and taking a deep breath. Maybe your peaceful place is like sitting on top of a mountain, or picturing mountain ranges, or just you want this one too? Getting home, being grateful for your house and the people in it. Is this in the reverse? So it maybe again it was something in that early childhood, because childhood inner child healing showed up early. We discussed the fact that maybe some things in the past in your childhood left you feeling insecure, left you don't feel rooted, you don't feel grounded in self, grounded in feeling secure and stable. And getting to that point of feeling rooted and grounded and being able to be grateful for what's in your life, you, your spirit self, fully self accepting you and releasing whatever happened in the household, being grateful for your house and the people in it. You are not grateful for that. So it's something in there that's caused your inability to forgive. It's something in that you're not forgiving. Inner child healing. Mental vacation is here. That's also, again, visualizing yourself somewhere else, like changing your vision, changing what you see from your spiritual eye, not these, but your spirit eye, Father says. Is there anything else we can get? This one. We got an angel message. Thank you, Father, for this. Spread beautiful message for your weed, edifying onto self so that I may edify you. This one, this, okay. You and your loved ones are safe. We talked about the feeling of security. Feeling of security. That's the challenge. You don't feel secure. Thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. You want this one. Please help me feel secure and at peace. Finding peace, security, yes. Fill me with faith. Fill me with faith. Yes. So that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. Yes, healthful. Because your health right here is in the reverse. It's in the reverse. Your health right here, beloved, is in reverse. And it is going to challenge everything that you have coming towards you, everything that you work for. So Father is saying to come into balance. Your spirit is calling out to you, baby. Calling out to you. But that crown, unbalanced, Father say, unbalanced. Again, your balance card right here is in a challenge, unbalanced. You have a decision to make, and you have the key, I believe. You have the key to making this decision. You have the key to make the decision. You ready for this one? Okay. This situation is already resolved. Whatever this is in the past, it's already done. It's already done. I give any worries. That's why I was saying release your cares. Release the blame. Release the doubt. Release the worry. Release it. Come together. Come to good with you. I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Freedom. Freedom from the pain. Freedom from the worry. Freedom from the doubt. Freedom from whatever was in this home situation right here that's in the reverse. Freedom from this. Because it's already done. Anything else in this deck? No, Father. No. It's time to leave an unhealthy situation. You already left it. It's gone. It's dead. But the remnants of it is still with you. It's still with you. The peace, your doubt, just the acceptance of self, not being rooted, not being grounded. And as children, that early environment gives us such a level of stability. It does. Those foundational years are critical up until you about 7. So depending on what happened early on could have you separated from self, separated from your spirit, separated from a feeling of wholeness and completeness happiness, dealing again with self-doubt. You know what I mean? I feel just segregated, scattered pieces that you are struggling to pull together into a whole you, to get to good with all of you. And that, again, that balance, the ability to find peace. I feel like this is what came out of that. Not being rooted, not being secure, not having a stable foundation. It creates codependency. And it could be on vices, it could be on people, vanities, lustfulness, a whole bunch of stuff. But whatever it is definitely challenging your health and your spirit. Your highest self is calling for you to come together, to be a friend to you, to release all of that negativity, come into balance so that you can correct your health, come back and come into a healthy state, because there's more for you. It's more for you. It's time for you to show the world the real you so that you can enjoy your growth and reap the rewards. You can get this freedom. Freedom is here. But it's in a challenge. You're going to bind yourself to something. Something that's going to challenge your ability to have gratitude. Your empathy is in a challenge. You have to write it. Have empathy for yourself. Maybe you are going to blame yourself for not correcting it now. And I feel like you don't have very much time to fix it. Like, Father, please show us the past. Please show us the now. Where are they at? And how much longer do they have to correct? Yeah, I don't feel like you have very much time at all to make a decision. That's why your spirit is calling out to you so tough, beloved, to change. Your spirit is calling, like I feel like it's screaming at you. Like, that's why this card right here for negotiation, like you negotiating with you on this here change. And the Father says to repeat the last thing your spirit said to you. Repeat it back to yourself. You know, if you could, it says be a parrot. So whatever your spirit is speaking to you, speak it back out and see how it bear out for you. See if it don't give you some courage, Father say, some courage to help you persevere. Because maybe your spirit is being a cheerleader for you right now, you know, to help you get through it, like that friend giving you some empathy and probably trying to show you what you can't even imagine. Something that you definitely would have some gratitude for, because it's going to lead you to that freedom. Maybe a sense of freedom that you haven't had before. You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing. But at the end of the day, your health and happiness is what's on the line. Forgiveness, forgive yourself, forgive others, let it go. Release the doubt, release the blame. It's something that happened in the home. We saw inner child healing come up, and it's challenging you to be able to find your peace. See, probably maybe even see yourself as whole, you know. And that can be tough. It definitely will prevent you from being able to show the world your real you. But if you could release the negativity, work in the spirit to do that. Meditation, visualization, all of that to help you transform. Help you transform. And your spirit, again, you getting good, strong guidance. And spirit is saying to listen. Listen deeply. Listen. Take it into your heart. It's time for you to accept yourself. Come together with your whole you. Accept and love you. Accept and love you. You want to read this one? This right here. Coming together with your whole you. Your first friend is your spirit self, your spirit. And something has disconnected you from that. And like again, I felt like it was in the home. But to realize that that situation is done. It's finished. It's resolved already. But you have to realize it and realize that you are safe. It's okay for you to heal. It's okay for you to release. It's okay for you to have some faith on that. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me for another intuitive session here at the Tears and Wheat Tarot show, where you never know what you're going to get. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love you just like I love me. It's a journey. It is. And we fall down, but we get up. And a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up. So forgive yourself. Forgive others. Accept you. Accept the whole. And Father says you only have a little bit of time to make some adjustments before you could end up in a scenario, because the vessel is finite, right? The vessel is. Your light source is infinite. Your light is immortal, but the vessel is very much mortal. And to have gratitude and humility for that in that sense, it's a whole thing. And I believe that's what the spirit is saying. There's some codependencies and some addictions that are down in here, and that is the shadow work to be done. So as we move through this hibernation space and discerning and breaking down all of that stuff that's still built up in our chakras from that root being rooted and secure, right? Your sacral, taking care of what is in your kingdom space, all of those primary early learnings, and then your solar, all that other energy that is just still blocked up in there. Just work on digesting that energy, right? Work on breaking it up and breaking it down, taking a real good look at you so you could, see that past, what was in that past, and transmute it. Work to transmute it for the betterment and health and balance of self. You have the ability to get through it. You have the ability to face it. And you have the ability to overcome it. You are not working by yourself. Your spirit, yourself, is with you and will give you what you need to balance yourself out. To the next now on Tears and Wheat Tarot show. Know this. I love you. 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 Because I love the source. It's intelligence and the breath of life that connects us all. Until the next now, we'll call this an Ashe.